you can see we are dealing with a very important topic that is known as the properties of genetic material. We have already known that DNA and RNA both are the two genetic material that is present in all the living organisms. Okay, so what are the basic criteria that make a DNA or RNA the genetic material? Now you see, whatever be the genetic material, it has to follow these four basic criteria. What are the four basic criteria? The first one is it should be capable of replication, it should be chemically stable, it should be capable of mutation, and should be able to follow the Mendelian characters or trait. Okay, so these are the four basic characters. Now if we categorize the RNA and DNA into two groups, we find that RNA has got, see, a double OH group, okay, hydroxyl group. So at second carbon end, so this makes it more reactive, okay, but DNA is comparatively less chemically reactive, okay. So since it is more reactive, and RNA is catalytic, whereas DNA is not a catalytic. So RNA is supposed, DNA in compared to RNA is a better genetic material. Why? Because it, see, second criteria, it is basically followed more by DNA, that is it is chemically stable. Now if you see RNA is capable of mutating faster, that means it mutates very faster, change its chemistry. Now here DNA is also capable of mutating, but this mutation is a very slower one. Now if you see, there are certain viruses, that is RNA virus, they mutate very faster. So the genetic material, see, RNA virus have the genetic material of RNA. So they can code, acha. Now if they mutate very fast, the lifespan is very small. For example, if you know that we have the coronavirus prevailing in our society right now. So this coronavirus is basically an RNA virus, and you know why it is very difficult to get a vaccine for this virus is the power of mutating is very random in case of RNA. So what is basically mutate? Mutating is they change the chemical combination of the nitrogenous base material. That means ATGC, adenine, guanine, thymine, uracil, that is what is there. Now you see another point, that DNA is, see, thymine is replaced by uracil. Okay. So if when thymine is replaced by uracil, chemically it offers more stability to it. Now you see RNA can directly synthesize the protein. So it is better in, see, it is better in translating. Okay, clear? So RNA is more, it can pass out to one generation to another. So it is, the machinery is far better in compared to RNA. But if you see this DNA, the transmission is better. You know, RNA can transmit its information, genetic material, information very quickly, whereas the DNA, since it is far more stable, it can store genetic material for a long time. So this is a controversy between the DNA and RNA, where in some places RNA gets more point and in some cases DNA gets more point, but this is a very important one, that is the properties of a genetic material, that is DNA versus RNA. So you have to go through it. Now see, if we focus here, the DNA, RNA material, RNA world. So what is RNA world? The immediate question is that RNA was supposed to be the very primitive and the first genetic material, and it shall be discussed in the detailed chapter in chemical evolution, but in a brief, RNA is supposed to be the first genetic material. It is now enough evidence that suggests essential life processes, metabolism, translation, splicing, evolved RNA. RNA used to act as a genetic material as well as a catalyst. You see, catalyst, that means it is important for some biochemical reactions in living organism and can catalyze by RNA catalyst and not by protein enzyme. So RNA being a catalyst, they are very reactive and so it is unstable. Earlier also I have said. Now therefore DNA are evolved from RNA and it is chemically modified. Chemically modified how? Because thymine, I have said, thymine is replaced by uracil, that make it more stable. And RNA is single stranded, whereas DNA being double stranded, it is having complementary strand. Further exist changes by evolution, a process of repair. So it can repair itself. Okay. Now how does DNA replicate? If you see generally DNA is a dihelical structure. What is dihelical structure? It is a double helix. Helix means it is a coil. See, it is coil, double helical structure. So when it has to replicate, you see the helix uncoil. So if the helix uncoil, they form one single strand like this. Now here you see on this open DNA strand, we call it as template, another pairing. See, other base pairs coat with it and you get another new strand of DNA which later uncoils and here it gets cut. So you have two different strands of the DNA. So this is how the DNA replicates, and since you see one strand that had opened, it was already present in the old parental DNA. So that is why it is known as semi-conservative in nature. Okay, so this you have to do it very nicely, and the diagram of that semi-conservative DNA has also to be done. Okay. Now here is an experimental proof by which the DNA replication is semi-conservative. Now here generally the material taken is E. coli. Okay, and the culture medium is known as heavy isotopes of nitrogen, and only nitrogen sources of many generation is result in 15. That is an isotope. Generally nitrogen 14 is used, but the isotope 15 is incorporated in the newly synthesized DNA because it was present in the material medium. So the heavy DNA molecule could be distinguished from that. So it is so they transferred the cell into a medium with normal nitrogen, NH4 Cl, and took a sample of the various definite time after the interval. So the extract of DNA, then when it was extracted, it was found that half of it contains the normal DNA and half contains the heavy DNA. So thus the DNA that was extracted from the culture 1 generation after the transfer from N15 to N19 medium, after 20 minutes, see their cell division rate is very high. So E. coli divide in 20 minutes. So they have gotten hybrid or immediate density. So DNA extracted from this culture after another generation, it was 40 minutes. And so what was the result? It was result, you see here, you have to point it out, that E. coli was allowed to grow for 80 minutes, and then what would be the proportion of light and hybrid density? It was half and half. Very simple experiment involved the radioactive thymidine to detect the distribution of newly synthesized DNA in the chromosome was performed. Then ultimately it was experiment of Taylor. It is also known as Taylor's experiment, and the experiment proved that DNA in chromosome also replicate as a semi-conservativeness. Okay, so in our next class we'll deal with the machinery and the enzyme. We'll deal with one gene, one enzyme hypothesis, and then we'll deal with transcription, translation. Okay.